I'm standing at our first rental property. Yesterday it was condemned, so it wouldn't be allowed for me to stay inside or live inside the property. But today the ban was lifted, so now it's okay again to be inside for us to rent out the property. Besides that, then I talked about in the last video that we had a revenue of almost like the $30,000. So we hit a revenue of $34,834 on 5 houses last month. So that's a little bit up from 2024, where with 5 houses we had $29,533 revenue on the houses. So the bad part with this house is that now it's August, middle of August, and last year this house had a turnover of $7,321 for the month of July. If we look at an average June, July, August, then the average was $5,358 per month. Anyways, I'll just show a clip of the beautiful garden, how it looks today, and a drone shot if we have that, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this. The first thing we need to do is, of course, to go get a table so we can sit outside. The house already improved, not by the garden, but by the table I put in the garden. So I have the new garden table here because it's awesome to have like a place you can sit outside and not really do anything productive. So I got the table and the 4 chairs for around $120. So we have a lot of tax in Denmark, but it was still like a very good offer. So anyways, the revenue last month was around $35,000. So there's of course some cost associated with running a business, and like I spend money on funny stuff, and like you need to get paid a little bit, blah blah blah, and like you need to pay for the electricity, laundry, water, blah blah blah. So it's not really 35,000 you get in your pocket, but you get around half of that. So around $17,000 you get, like you can put in your pocket. So 1/3 of that money I had to spend on removing the condemnation. So I had to pay for some work getting done, and then when it was finished, then that was it. Not 1/3, 1/4. 1/4 of it, I think. And then after that, then I decided to spend around 1/4 on fixing the house up. So the idea is to fix it up as soon as possible. I might be able to do it for a little less. So like I'm buying all the furniture for the entire house, putting it inside, having the garden fixed, so the house is great again. So I think I'll do that with like a quarter of the money, and then it should be fixed and be able to generate some income soon again. Then I've wanted to create a new course. So we created 2 courses in Danish in the past, and I wanted to make a new course about like this concept that we used last year here, and that we used with the 5 properties, something we've been doing for 4 years now in different stages, different volumes. It depends on like what you want to do. So we've done several different things. So we've been doing it like house hacking style, burr style, and just like to generate an extra income, because it's kind of cool, right? So like with this house, then in 3 months we made more money, more cash than we would make with a long-term tenant in a year. So that's like, when we look at it in perspective, it's the same. We have another house, then like doing it this way, then we make like 100% more revenue, but the cost is not twice as high, right? So that means like we're making insane amount of profits compared to that. So anyways, I've been wanting to make a course about this for actually 3 years now. And now I decided to do it. So I took part of the money, and then I bought like some new gadgets. So I bought an Avatar 2 drone. I know it's old, but like I wanted it. And then I bought the new Osmo 360, and then I bought some new microphones because they are cooler than the one I'm wearing here. Because they're smaller, right? They're not better, they're just smaller. And then I bought like a ton of whiteboards. I'll show you those in a minute. So yeah, so that's basically most of the money, and then the rest of the money I would use. So I have another house where the tenant ruined the house, so then I'll use that money to pay a contractor to fix up the last parts, if possible, or most of the last parts, and I still need an electrician to go fix the electricity there, so I'll spend the money there. So that's how we're going to spend the money we made, and then yeah, I'll focus on fixing up this house and creating the new course, and hopefully have more time when that's fixed to create more YouTube content, which is like, so it's not always about making as much money as possible. It's about like doing what makes us happy, right? Like doing things we like to, right? So like, I think it's fun with like small gadgets, and I like whiteboards and stuff, right? And like, maybe you want to spend more time with the family, right? So like doing these things and tricks, and like with the real estate, like can, if you do it the right way, give you those opportunities. Anyways, I'll talk a little bit about why the house was banned, like why we got the condemnation in the first place, and then I'll just briefly show the boxes with the whiteboards I bought. So the plants died, except for the plastic plant. It's still alive. I bought some new whiteboards. So I have 6 quite large whiteboards, and then I have 6, I think they're 90 centimeters times 60 centimeters, and then I have another 6 of 90 times 6 centimeters. And then I bought a lot of new pens. I'm a huge fan of these pencil Energel liquid gel ink 0.7 millimeters. They are awesome. So I bought 10 red ones, 10 blue, 10 purple, 10 green, and then I bought 20 refills for the black ones and a few tablecloths. And then I bought 40 new whiteboard markers. They are refillable, but actually the refills are sometimes more expensive than if you buy the pen. So before this, I had 23 whiteboards and 1 interactive whiteboard. And with the 18 new ones, that means I have 42 whiteboards. So some people collect stamps. We like to collect houses, and I like to collect notebooks and whiteboards, and TVs. So as you see, there's a TV there. There's a TV there, there's a TV over there, and there's another TV in the living room. So we have a lot of TVs. I think we have like, I don't know, 20, around 20, 24 of this size screen. Anyways, let's go and talk a little bit about why the house was condemnated. So why was the property condemnated? So then in 2023, there was a triple cloud burst. That means like it's raining, and then a certain amount of rain falls within half an hour. Then it's a 1 cloud burst. If there's like 2 times this amount, then it's a double, and then this was a triple. So that means like a lot of water came down from the sky, and the public sewer could not handle it. So that means like there was no place for the water to go. At the same time, then we had a problem with the what is it called? Oh, with the gutters. So they were not, the tenant had not cleaned it, even though it was in the contract. Whatever with that, but they were not clean. So yeah. But anyways, the water couldn't go away, and then I had the problem that the ventilation holes for the basement is quite low. So when there's a warning of these cloudbursts, I need to block these in the future. But I didn't know that at that time, because I'd owned the property for 4 years and there's never been water in the basement. So like I had no idea to foresee that. So like some parts with like the climate is changing. Maybe it's climate change, maybe it's just normal and it just didn't happen before. Anyways, so that happened there. So we had all this water and then it ran into the basement. So I reported this to the insurance company, and the insurance company took the case. At the same time, I had a conflict with the tenant about like payment for water, and we were like in the court and stuff like that. And then the tenant refused to have the water removed from the basement. And then on the 13th of September, so this was the 25th, 26th of August, and on the 13th of September, she wrote me, said, I need to pay her 36,000 Danish crowns, around 5,000 US dollars. And I said, like, I'm not going to pay you 5,000 US dollars. And she said, okay. And then the day after, then she again rejected the insurance company, so she didn't allow the insurance company to remove the water from the basement. And then at the same time, then she reported it to the local municipal that there were water in the basement. Awesome, right? I didn't know that at that time. So then the local municipal come out, and then was like very wet in the basement. So at the same time, then the insurance company contacts me and say like she's not letting them remove the water, and then I had to send her a letter and said like if she doesn't allow them to remove the water, I'm going to evict her from the house. And then she didn't want to get evicted, so so then she allowed them to remove the water, put out dehumidifiers, but she would not let them treat the mold thing that was like coming from all this water. So then, because the municipal was out, like, see, oh, there's a lot of water and like humidity in this basement, right? It's very dangerous. Then they scheduled like a second examination of the house. And when they sent that to me, then I didn't know anything, right? So I was like, the insurance company is doing what they're doing, like everything should be under control. But then the municipal came out, they did the inspection, and then they condemned the house. Awesome stuff, right? Anyways, now it's gone, it's lifted, so it's not banned anymore. So what do you think? Write it in the comments below. I know that in the future, then you can like you can go in and ask them to see the file. So when stuff like this happens, then I would, in the future, if that happens again, I would ask the municipal to see the files that like goes before this, because I didn't see that till a year later. That it was like when she asked for the money and I didn't want to give her the money. That's when she wrote to the municipal that there was water in the basement. Anyways, now it's over with that, then I don't have to spend more time on that, and I can spend more time on things that are fun, like making the courses and make YouTube videos, YouTube content. So that is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to make some more videos about how it goes with this property. So remember to subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments, write them below. If you like the video, give it a like. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. Else, I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.